All right, well, it's 0 outside. Well, it's like 1 or 2, but then they said the wind chill factor was going to be, I don't know, -20 or something. So anyways, experience with North Dakota. I know how to dress. I'm probably going to be getting too warm, but I started taking out the snow yesterday all the way down, and the snow blower stopped working.
That's terrifying.
Hey guys, long time no see. Welcome back to Rogue M4. You know, with the winter time around, it gets kind of slow and stuff, but we did have a heavy snow that came in, and I've been having problems with this MTD Gold snowblower. So what happened is that it threw the belt. So I took it apart. Kind of weird how it threw the belt, and I'll show you. Put the belt back on, went out there, shredded the belt. That was my fault. I went down and bought a new belt, put a new belt on it the correct way, went out there. It worked for like 50 feet through the belt. Came back inside, flipped it up, put the belt back on, tightened the idler a little bit, threw the belt again. So this has been an ongoing battle now. I did check a couple things. I don't know if you can even see it, but I did go through and made sure the pulley's aligned, and I'm going to tighten this as well. I guess it's supposed to move back and forth. There's really no way to get down in there and tighten it, but it's just the idler pulley, so it just moves, you know, back and forth. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So I'm going to go through real quick, and I'm going to show you how to get into it, and then I'm going to tighten the hell out of this thing and see what happens. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take this belt cover off. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard to take off. It's got a couple of bolt holes, and you just take that off. So that way you can see the top. But you have to take the bottom off to get to the bottom of this pulley, and I'll show you why. Okay, I got my tools ready. Here we go. So you're going to tip it up. Of course, it does leak a little bit of fuel, but hey, it is what it is, right? Oh, got to make sure that thing is out of the way a little bit. Okay, let's bring you in a little closer so you can see what's going on. You got to take this pan off. Maybe you can see that. Okay, you got to take that pan off. Now, mine's kind of bent. It's been like that for a while. Okay, so right here, let me take this off. Right here is supposed to be the bolt that holds the belt on. How in the hell it keeps coming off, I don't know. And plus there's another one over here. Okay, to get the belt back on, where's my 2 wrenches? Get the belt back on, you gotta take this stupid, what they call belt, like a belt keeper bolt head or some crap like that. Okay, need to get you on there. Now, if you got strong enough thumbs, you can get the one guard back by itself. And then, okay, the bottom part's on, okay? You gotta put this, oh, let me grab those other wrenches. Some actual wrenches. So the head of this is what the belt rubs on. I hope I'm still taping. The belt rubs on, it almost rubs on it. And there's no way to adjust this. So It is so close. I'll show you here in a second. Okay, got that on. It's definitely inside there. Get rid of that. Put that up in there. I line up the holes first because it definitely does not line up like it's supposed to. And I'm not really sure why, and right now I really don't care, to be honest with you. Goes in. Okay, gonna move my tools because I want to get this back over so I stop leaking gas. Okay, come on, baby. Oh. Okay. Okay, so now we know that the idler arm, it has to, I mean, it should be, when you get it on there, there should be enough slack. Try and do this one in. Okay, should be enough slack. See this? That's plenty of slack. Now, I found that there's a hole in the handle right here. So I put this bolt in there to keep a little bit of a tension on the pulley. So thinking, if it has some tension on it, it's not gonna fly off. It flew off. Okay, I took this bolt out of this slot and moved it to the forward slot, which should push even harder. So that's the first thing. Okay, I put that idler back on there. Now, I'm going to show you this rear adjustment. So back here is the rear adjustment, and this takes the slack out of that cable. So I'm going to push that down. I'm going to push it all the way down. Don't care at this point. So when you squeeze this handle down, it pulls the cable, and that's what makes it tight. Got a pony clamp holding the camera down. So you're looking straight down on top of it. You guys ready to go for a ride? Let's go try it. Okay, here we go. Come on, baby. Oh, gotta go that way. Did you guys see how it popped off? Okay, gonna have to watch the video, I think. Okay, I went back and looked at the video. It almost, I didn't think it was gonna vibrate that much. But after watching it several times, it almost looked like this pulley was over, like it was almost like steering it off. So anyways, the belt looks like it's been running on this side, and this does seem kind of loose, and there is a bolt down there or some kind of pivot down there, and I'm wondering if that pivot came loose. I mean, but obviously the pivot's supposed to be loose, so that thing can go. But it'd be nice to know if I could just bend that over, right? But it seems like it's too much pivoting. The bracket I'm trying to get to is actually attached to this. So I'm looking in the front, and there's holes in the impeller. And when I rotated the holes around, there is a nut right there. And it seems like when I tightened that, I saw that pulley move. I did what I could about tightening up the bolt, keeps the slack out of that. I tried to bend the pulley over a tad so you can see it's tracking back a little bit. Man, that's cold. And then tightened that up, bent that over. I left the bottom cover off, and I'm leaving the top cover off because and then I'm gonna hold the camera this time, so that way it doesn't have as much vibration. I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, round 4 didn't go too well. I gave up last night because it kept popping off. Anyways, I noticed that the only thing, I don't like the way how wobbly the tensioner pulley is. Right now I have it fully engaged, but I do notice that it is off at a cant and the paint is only worn here. Now when I just hand pull it around, right here where the belt meets the face of it, it looks like the belt is being pushed off, and I think it's by the cant, by the tensioner pulley. Take this tensioner pulley off again. The pulley is still canted, so I want to bend this that way if I can. It might be in the way, but let's take that off. I want to get this sucker and see if I can bend it. I even noticed that when I tighten it down with the wrench, it still wants to lean over. How do I get the whole thing to... Really can't get the whole thing to bend over because all right, let's put a close-up in there. You guys can kind of keep an eye on it for me. Let me move it over a little bit. I don't want it to go into that silver part. I want it to stay to the right. Okay, I'll let you guys watch it. So we're watching right here. Okay. So I'm just going to start it. Screw it. Gonna move that over. Gonna click that down there. Okay, so that's a little bit of good news, but I noticed that it was trailing. It's trailing a little bit to the right. Under the circumstances, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, so that's what it was. It was the pulley, as it went in, it would cant off to the side, and that's what was causing the pulley or the belt to fly off. So I got that all figured out, but I went out there and I got some rocks that got stuck in there, and I had the pulley tension a little too tight and it caused the belt to burn up. So I had to put a new belt on it, readjust the tension to make sure it wasn't tight, and it's running fine. So anyways, so that's like crazy. But anyways, we got it fixed. And you just, you know, if you're running across the same problem on the MTD Gold snow thrower, you're going to have to look at everything. It's got to be perfectly lined, and it is what it is. So if you have that problem, keep going after it, guys. You will get it figured out. I'll see you next time on Rogan 4.